moon is still out. And the sun is coming up. And the birds are singing. The birds are really loud this morning. And here comes the sun. Breakfast this morning is oats with protein powder and a bit of almond butter and fresh blueberries. Back to eating healthy on trail. Getting ready to begin the day with my Injinji toe socks. I wear darn tough when I'm worried about cold feet, and in the summertime, I wear toe socks. I'm approaching the 500-mile marker on the trail, so I thought I would do a quick gear update. The Kakwa 55 pack is doing really well. I do carry the bear can inside, and I was worried right here about the pressure, and there is a little bit of wear there. I guess it's better on this side, not so much. I don't know if this seam sealing helped or didn't help my pack, but you can see, maybe you can't, but I can. You can see the seam seal, and it looks bad. I mean, it doesn't look bad, it's just discolored. So the pack is doing well. The pockets, again, this is where I seam sealed it, so I don't think that's wear and tear. That's just the seam seal kind of coming up. Straps are good so far. I haven't lost any weight, so they still fit me. And I just love these pockets. They're big enough to carry all my morning snacks and a couple other things that I might need. The other piece of gear thought I would update you on are my ultras. So Lone Peak 6, almost 500 miles. They're doing really well. In fact, if I can turn my foot upside down here, the tread is great for that many miles. So I'm gonna continue to push and maybe replace these another 100 miles, I don't know. So there's the gear update. I really loved this campsite. It was actually a good idea, not intended, of course, for me to have a night alone. And today I hope I'll see some other hikers. It's a beautiful morning for a hike. The birds are keeping me company. It's gonna be a sunny day today, which is nice, but I'm going to be crossing through some pastures, so it will be hot. I love how the trail is lined in this green. Just applied some sunscreen. It's gonna get warm. I am using a sunscreen stick. I've used liquid sunscreen before, but the issue with taking that on trail is it's heavier because part of it is water, but when you put it on with your hands, there's really no place to rinse your hands off very easily. If you do come to a water source, it's not like you can just wash your hands in the water. You need to take water and then bring it away from the water source when you're using products like that. So far the stick has been working out pretty well. So I came down off that trail and crossed a road. This is Low Gap. It's a very popular site for trail magic, but trail magic usually happens on the weekends, and today is a weekday, and it doesn't usually happen, in my experience, at 9 o'clock in the morning. So no trail magic. I'm trying to create some new habits, and one of them is to stop and snack. And as much as I fought myself to have to get out my bear can in the middle of the day, I'm gonna have some hummus and some carrots. And that will mean that when I get to Damascus, I can stock up on more fresh stuff, as long as I eat it. Just passing by a shelter. This is in the Far Out app. They say it's not an official AT shelter, and they don't recommend staying in it, but it's for emergencies. And there's actually another shelter super close, so I'm sure I'll see that one next. Here's the next shelter. This is the one everyone recommends. There's a picnic table, fire pit. It's actually really nice, lots of trees to hang in. This was my planned stop before I got off trail. There's water too behind the shelter. And I'm gonna take a break here, maybe do some yoga, stretching, eat, that kind of stuff. Get some water. So I did some yoga over here in the grass, and then I walked down behind the shelter a couple tenths of a mile to get water. And now I'm having second coffee, and one of my favorites, an apple with peanut butter. Actually, this is almond butter, but apple with a nut butter. And today it's on a sourdough English muffin. Today's been a really good day so far. I feel good. Food seems to be digesting, which is fabulous. I've gone about 6 miles, and my plan was to hike as close to Damascus as I could without going into town and finding a camp spot. The next water source is about 8 hours, 8 miles. And so I will probably head there. Looks like there could be some camping there too. So it's just about 12:30, and I hope to be to camp between 4:30 and 5. They say you kind of stroll into Damascus, and what they mean is that it's not a difficult walk. And so far, that's been the case. This section is part of what they call the Damascus Marathon. There are several challenges on the AT, and the Damascus Marathon is one. And what hikers do is camp, I think it's 24 or 26 miles back, I'm not sure. And then in one day, they hike into Damascus. As you can probably guess, I'm not doing that. I've gone about 11 miles so far today, and another 3 to go to the water source where I'll camp. And in between is the Tennessee-Virginia border. So that means I get to hit Virginia today. Pretty psyched about that. It's quite a milestone. But I'll be in Virginia for the next, I think it's 500 miles. Virginia makes up 25% of the trail, I believe. My numbers might not be completely accurate, but something like that. Taking it really easy today. Hopefully, I'll continue to be on the mend, and I don't know, we'll be back to myself. I really hope so. Well, here it is, the state line. Tennessee, Virginia state line. 3.5 miles to Damascus, entering Mount Rogers. I'm just over a mile to camp, and it's still pretty early. It's about 3 o'clock. I actually cracked open a book on my phone last night because I knew that I'm going to charge all my devices tomorrow, so I could use up some of that charge in these next 2 days. And so I'm excited to hang in my hammock and just read for a little while tonight. I did buy a 20,000, whatever it is, power bank, and that's in Damascus right now. I still don't know. It's really heavy. It's like 12 ounces, and I just don't know if I want to carry that much. But these last couple of days, having the option to read have been really great, and so I'm leaning towards yes. We'll see what happens. One thing I've been focusing on today is breathing in and out of my nose. Probably 8 years ago, I stumbled across an article from John Douillard at Life Spa talking about sport fitness and the importance of maintaining heart rate and the use of nostril breathing. So when I go even uphill, I still try to breathe in and out of my nose, and that kind of limits my pace. And it's been working really well today. I was having trouble breathing, obviously, for the last couple of weeks. And I think that was in relation to some of the digestive organs, including the stomach and the spleen and intestines being inflamed. So I'm finding it much easier to breathe today. And that's been really helpful, obviously. I think this is the campsite where I'll be staying tonight. It's great. Lots of trees for hanging. And I think the spring is over here by these blue blazes. I am all set up for the night. I will enjoy sunset on this side, and then in the morning I will enjoy sunrise from this side. I haven't dropped my tarp yet. It's not supposed to rain, and so I'm gonna sit, lay down maybe in my hammock and read. But before I do that, I'm gonna go get some water because I don't want to have to get up later and go do it. The comments are that the water source is, I just saw something on the ground. It's weird. I thought it was a snake. It's not a snake. It looks like a dog leash or something. Anyway, the comments on the water are that it is 0.2 miles straight down. So, ugh. End of the day chores. Dinner tonight came in 2 parts. I had some sun chips with beef jerky when I got to camp, and now I'm having tuna and avocado on a wrap. And for dessert, I have my leftover apple from lunch and my leftover blueberries from breakfast. Finished dinner, and now I'm laying on my yoga mat and reading. So beautiful out today. There's really been nobody around most of the day. I have passed by a couple of hikers. I'm assuming they're going into town, but I've been alone most of the time. And it's still really warm and the sun is out. It's after 5, but I'm going to continue to lay here and read and then probably have a snack before I go to bed. So I've been laying around on my yoga mat, watching the sunset and reading a really good book. And yet it's just kind of weird. Like, why am I doing this? You know, I'm so far away from the people that I care about and I love. The woods, they're beautiful. But I don't know, I can go out to the beautiful woods all the time. And the hike was nice today. But I'm spending most of my time alone. There wasn't really one on the trail today or yesterday. And again, I'm solo camping. So I just don't know why I'm out here. Spending a lot of time thinking about that.